And in my career, there's a fresh look and feel to everything around you.
This year's story takes place after the NBA draft, and you'll be able to choose your NBA team right away. But winning over your new home city is about to present you with multiple pathways, and each decision you make carries distinct consequences. How will you endear yourself to the city?
And he is a champion, baby! Let's go!
In current gen, say goodbye to the Concha Del Mar and say hello to the Goat Boat. Honoring our 2K23 cover athlete, Michael Jordan, the Goat Boat is filled with new staff, quests, and a new ship layout.
In new gen, pick an affiliation and enjoy brand new, beautifully designed environments for the Knights, Vipers, Wildcats, and Beasts. The visuals have never been grander, so which will you rep?
Wherever you're playing, it's time to hit the courts and get to level 40. Because if you do, you'll earn a sweet ride in Season 1, a golf cart for up to 3 friends and yourself to cruise around in style to your next contest.
But the fun doesn't stop there, because if you wanted to reach legend status in NBA 2K23, you'll have to score 100,000 points, play 500 games at GOAT level, complete 12 season quests, and earn prizes in 20 events.
As you can see, there is a lot to do in 2K23.
With just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. You feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. P.J. Washington is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Richards in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Here's Anunoby, following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's McCarthy. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Rozier. His last outing with 20 points. Now the pass to Ball. Rozier against Van Vliet. Shot clock at 5. Deep 2 from Ball. Toronto grabs the miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And it's blocked, and he gets it back. Shot's good by Siakam. Here are the Hornets with the ball. It's a 3-point game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
McCarthy lays it up and banks it in. MP's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Ball against MP. Good D by Siakam. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Steve Clifford gave me a few minutes before the game. He's looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said, we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim and make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two. Guys, we'll see how it comes out.
Thank you, David. Obviously, they feel that's the strategy that will earn them the W.
And Kevin, when you're disruptive defensively, especially early on, that can help change the complexion of the rest of the game.
Exactly. I mean, because you're creating turnovers, getting into transition, playing in the open court against them.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. Kelly Oubre out there with McDaniels, and it's Richards in at the 5. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Raptors with the lead. MP kicks to Trent. All sorts of time. That shot misses, and Charlotte will go the other way with it. Pass to Rozier. Here's Richards, and he hits it to tie the game up. Richards got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Hornets. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Here's Barnes. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Oubre against Anunoby. Rozier up top. Oubre outside. Pass the Ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got the lead up to 1 now for Charlotte.
Well, you got to love how quick Ball's shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
And the shot goes in. 8 points for MP.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Trent against Rozier. Here's Richards. Ball with a wide open look. No good from outside.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Oubre, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
During his childhood, Hurricane Katrina forced Kelly Oubre Jr.'s family out, and they had to move.
And the Oubre family moving from New Orleans to Houston. Kelly saying he still thinks about the day his family left NOLA. Feels lucky they found a new home.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. kick out to Ball. And that one hits back iron. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 20...
So it's Toronto heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working.
The visiting team, 45.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Hornets trail by 7. Ball with it. Now defended by MP. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Van Vliet and Anunoby are your wingmen. And it's McCarthy in at the point. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Just 5 on the clock. To the left side wing. Clark, when they're evaluating draft prospects, we always hear about wingspan, arm span. How does that translate to the basketball floor?
Well, it's actually a reach factor, Kevin. That's a huge component of defense, particularly when you're talking about guys switching all the time. So the ability to cover ground, to challenge shots from a distance, that's why wingspan is so important. And you think about it, multiple defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, perhaps has the longest wingspan ever recorded at the Combine.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Damn it. No good. Hornets trail by 9. Oubre kicks the ball. Here's Richard. Covered by Siakam. Rozier looking around. Drops in the layup for 2. Rozier's got his first basket.
One of the things coaches like is aggressive players, and Rozier is that in spades.
There's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
High arcing shot. It's hauled in by the Raptors. On the wing, MP. Covered by Oubre. Rozier against Anunoby. Rozier the pass to Washington. At the top of the key, Oubre. The kick out to Ball. Rozier for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Rozier's got 5 points in the quarter. And Charlotte's passing has improved a lot in the last few seasons. Greg, even more.
Yeah, their assist numbers have been terrific, and they keep their turnovers to a minimum. That's a trend you want to see.
What the
continue.
fuck?
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Your defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
MP dishes to Barnes. MP kicks to Barnes. Passes to Siakam. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. MP, no good. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. That puts them in the lead. Oubre's got the lead up to 1 now for Charlotte.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Achua, he's checked in for Siakam. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for OG Anunoby. And Trent subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Charlotte also making some changes. Daniels, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Gordon comes in for Kelly Oubre. And Martin subbed in for Rozier. Here's Washington. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Assisted by
Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable. They've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
at the line for your Raptors.
He doesn't get the second one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Ball from long range. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Toronto's got fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. MP, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Knocked loose and stolen by MP. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Martin, the pass to Washington. Gordon against Porter. 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Ball. And the shot is long.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Achua. And he converts the layup. And now a 4-point Raptor lead. Porter against Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
When you're guarding Gordon, you've got to be careful. He excels at drawing fouls and playing through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Raptors lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there.
You expect the best.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. Cody Martin is out there with Oubre, and it's Richards in at the center position. Here's McCarthy. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give him a chance for the and one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
And the pass to Rozier. Oubre outside. Pass the ball. Here's Richards. 6 on the shot clock. Rozier for 3, and the 3-ball is good.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
VanVleet with it. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Rozier for 3. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's McCarthy. A second chance effort, and he lays it up and in.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Ball.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
Toronto calls timeout. And how exciting it must be to have LaMelo Ball, Clark, on your team.
Kevin, clearly one of the most exciting guards in the league. The anticipation was through the roof for Ball, and needless to say, I think he's lived up to it.
Achua, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. The Hornets also with a sub. Washington's checked in for Martin. Here's Siakam. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 6 assists here tonight. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. They trail by 3. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal.
I tell you, I like Ball's mental makeup for such a young guy. Plays with patience and the wisdom of a 10-year vet, and he produces in every area. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Ball finds Rozier. Here's Richards, covered by Siakam. Richards passes the ball. Rozier for 3, connects from 3-point range. Rozier's got 6 here in this quarter.
How about that composure? So cool under pressure. Well done by Terry Rozier.
Pass to Achua. And Vliet on the wing. And Paul with the block. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter.
And this is who Ball is, a guy that embraces getting fouled and wanting to step it up to his team.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Barnes is checked in for Achua.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Over Rozier. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
The kick out to Ball. To the middle to take the lead. And that one's good. Richards got the lead up to 2 now for the Hornets.
Well, you know, it's obvious that Ball knows exactly how to work the angles. He gets the ball to a wide-open shooter just about every time.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. We've got 1:23 left in the game. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Fred VanVleet.
Boy, how about the high percentage he shot from the floor? I mean, come on now. It got to a point where you just assumed every shot he took was going to find the bottom of the net. That's how locked in he was all game long.
MP up top. He's covered by Ball. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. And Charlotte.
I was in his fucking face.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And
we lost.
Highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Absolutely fearless is Scary Terry. Nothing holding this guy back in the big moments.
Van VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Siakam left side. And here's MP for three. It's not going to go for him. Now Charlotte takes it the other way, and that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And they get it back. A three from MP. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
Thanks for making
and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,
The only time they're going to beat us. That's for damn sure.
The middle part of the season can present some unique challenges. Grant, how do you maintain your focus as a player?
Well, it can be tough. It can be really challenging because it is such a long season. You ultimately have to keep your eyes on the prize. And, of course, veterans know hard work now pays off later. You want to protect your record and start building late-season momentum.
So the Hornets starting five. Ball and Rozier are the guards. Washington out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Richards in at the center position. Now here's Ball. That shot off the mark. Siakam with the defensive effort. VanVleet, the pass to Barnes. Back to VanVleet. Here's MP. Second chance effort. And Siakam with the lay-in.
This is a real strength of Siakam's game, the ability to extend possessions and get second chance points on the board.
Pass to Oubre. And he banks in the layup.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Now here's MP. And yep, it's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Ball. A top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. MP against Ball. Now here's MP. Guarded closely. Deflected!
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back.
Off the inbound.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Fred VanVleet.
When Terry Rozier switched teams from Boston to Charlotte, think about the level of responsibility and the burden change from one team to the other. Now a starter, now all kinds of responsibilities on his shoulders.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Ball passes to Oubre. And here's Rozier. To the middle. Here's Ball. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. So, Doris, what differentiates Terry Rozier in his position?
His scoring ability, his threat as both a three-point shooter and a dribble drive guy. But the key, BA, to me, and what distinguishes him, you can play him on the ball or you can play him off the ball. So he can play with another great guard and still flourish.
Again, MP missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely...